pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call of members.
Wow. Linda Cernak.
Here.
Joe Major.
Here.
Bill Donovan.
Here.
Chris Yash. Here.
Motion to excuse council members Limmer and Cassett. And Planning Commission.
Oh, and Jeff Wiggins.
And Jeff.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Acceptance of the minutes from the previous council meeting. Motion to waive the reading and approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Notification of meetings and events to the public and news media. Blooper. Blooper will be before the next council meeting on the 21st at 6:30. Finance.
I'm not planning a meeting yet until we see what we're doing as far as the committees that we talked about.
That's a good idea.
And hopefully everybody gets their wants submitted before we get started with budget planning.
Legislation? Nothing. Police?
The police will again meet again the first Tuesday of the month at 6:30 p.m.
Streets?
We have nothing planned. Oh, but we meet the second Tuesday at 6:30.
Okay. Boards?
I mean, it's not the second Tuesday, but the third Tuesday, the second meeting.
Second meeting, third Tuesday.
Council.
Boards, ARB, should be this Thursday at 7, right? First Thursday of the month, 7 o'clock. Planning? It'll be on the 15th at 7 o'clock. Board of Zoning Appeals.
We have nothing cooking right now.
Okay. Western Reserve Fire District.
The Western Reserve Fire District will meet tomorrow, Wednesday, January 8th. Or we meet, I'm going to say 7 p.m. because there was
I think so.
possibly a conflict. We may just keep it at 7:30. So I'm going to say 7 p.m.
Okay, she'll call. I'll check with you.
Yeah, I for some reason there was a problem
That was
with,
because Chip was away.
yeah, there's something else with the township meetings. We're going to start later.
Oh,
That's it.
That's right. We always sit there waiting for
Yeah,
those guys.
so I'm going to say 7 p.m. for tomorrow night, and then if it changes,
Okay.
let you know.
All right. Forest Board
We have not heard.
and High Memorial. Okay.
One more thing. The Historic Preservation Committee will meet Thursday the 9th at 7 o'clock.
Okay. Well, that's going to be the same as ARB. Upstairs.
Bill, can you explain what that historic preservation is?
The Planning Commission put together this committee to look into legislation to help protect some of the old homes and old.
It's inside the planning commission.
It's inside the Planning Commission.
It's
It's a committee inside the committee.
Yeah.
Subcommittee of planning.
It's a committee of people outside. It's an ad hoc committee appointed by Planning Commission. And they're going to take, the Planning Commission will take their recommendations, review it, massage it, and then send it to council for approval.
Is that legitimate? I mean, that you appoint another committee?
Didn't council appoint? Council appointed with
I
the mayor.
recommend the council approve.
Oh,
They're all village people, they're all Eleanor's
Okay, you
editor.
know.
Yeah, Dave Smith's on it, they're good people.
But to that effect, and this is a really good night to talk about it because there's nobody here. And Mr. Thompson doesn't.
I'm not sure I should take offense to
I'm sure that you know why we're discussing this. And I don't believe that anybody did anything intentionally wrong, but as a subcommittee, and it meets all the criteria of public body because it's appointed by the recommendation of the mayor and the council appoints. Those meetings have to be open to the public and held in a public place. And Dave mentioned to me that there was the last meeting at Becky's house, my neighbor,
That was not good.
a Christmas party.
That was a Christmas.
So if it was a Christmas party and you didn't actually have a board meeting, it would be okay, right?
Basically.
Okay, so, but going forward,
There was maybe 5 minutes discussion.
going forward, they should be public meetings held in a public place.
That's why it's all here.
Right.
And you usually go to them, right?
I go, even though I'm really not part of the committee, I go to kind of,
And the same thing in regards to reading the minutes of the Heim Fund that Kathy Lynn did, saying that there was a meeting in the private dining room at Wittenhour's, a board meeting, when Mr. Simon came. That's the same issue. We can't do that. Those meetings can be at the site of the Heim Fund, or they can be in this building, but they have to be at the public places where anybody could come in and be a part.
this really wasn't a public meeting.
But Wittenhour's would be a public place.
In a private dining room, nobody would even know that it was being held.
Unless it was
That's-
posted that it was there. Advertised.
Yeah, I'm just.
And this was not a public, this was a meeting where we were discussing a donation from that's certainly
Well-
to be public.
Okay, and I can understand if, say, the trustee and Kathy working on it were meeting with Mr. Simon, or the chair, Joe and Kathy and Mr. Simon were meeting. But if you had all members there from the board, you had a board meeting. And then it becomes open to the public and has to be held in a public place.
Okay, well,
So,
that's it.
yeah, and you know, I mean, I don't think anybody did anything intentionally wrong, but the thing is that once you start doing that, it becomes easier to violate the law without realizing what you're doing, you know? So we just have to be more
Okay,
careful.
thanks for that.
Yeah.
Look for a new council person, pretty sure.
I had to go to all that stuff for 20 minutes.
All right, Mayor's report of even copies, just to revisit, I'd like to recommend that we reappoint Mr. Beatty and Leslie Vixen to ARB. We're going to be searching for Heim Fund, Forest Board, and Fire person, but temporarily for now, I'd like to recommend we reappoint Bob Zediker to the Fire Board.
Not temporarily. We appoint him.
Well, yes.
He's appointed.
He is.
He's a legitimate member of the fire board.
For right now. But
Well,
we need someone to serve on it, though.
yeah, well, you gotta,
Okay.
find somebody.
So that's what I said temporarily, but nonetheless.
Forget the template.
Okay.
Um,
So for next meeting, though, we're not going to have it there. I guess.
Right. I know we talked about this in December, and he said that he would take it.
Yeah.
But we didn't do the formal.
No, that's what this is going to be tonight, formally.
Can we do that?
Why do we have to do
Because
it?
Why can't you just leave him be on it till the next meeting and then...
Correct, that's what...
Was he on last year, though?
No, he's this year's, he's
Okay,
the
so we have to appoint, we
2014.
talked about it, he said, yes, I'll do it, so we have to now appoint him.
Yeah, but is that perfect to point someone that's
I don't think so.
I mean, I know the gesture, Joe, what you're
Yeah.
trying to do, I totally
If we would have done it at our last meeting,
Which we did, really.
no, it's not in the minutes. I was looking for
Yeah.
that.
Voted on.
Okay, what's the big deal?
How about
We
making him
say,
an
hey,
honorary or something?
hey, Tim, you just say, he's on the fire board, right? And then we look at a paper and he's dead, but...
So appoint him as an honorary member of the fire board.
Or you could mention that he was to be appointed for the 2014, but with his untimely death, that we will have to, at our
Was he
next
on
meeting.
last year?
No, it's every other year, it's every other year, and he always takes the village here. So just, you know, I don't,
Whatever. Now, what's the problem? Let's get this straight out. What I want is the guy to have acknowledgement that he's on the fire board until he's buried.
Okay, so we're appointing as an honorary member of the fire board.
Why the honorary?
Well, why not, Joe? Why not? What we're doing is basically...
Respect.
What we're doing is basically incorrecting our suit. So I think we need a compromise here.
It will still be in the minutes, it will still be shown he was...
Honorary member. I think that's a compromise. Otherwise, I don't think we can appoint somebody.
Anthony, what do you think? Are you pay attention?
Mr. Zediker passed away on Monday, and he was going to serve on the fire board. Joe wants to have him, basically in the minutes, he was going to be on the fire board for this year. So we make him an honorary appointee, but at the next meeting, we're going to have to find somebody to replace him, obviously.
Is that okay? Yeah.
But Joe doesn't want it to be called honorary.
Well, okay,
I think maybe you could do that, or you could you could do something for the fire board that, in memory of him. In other words, a plaque that, would honor his position. Like, you can do something to remember him other than having him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I understand your point. I think
Yeah.
we should definitely do that. As far as, how we do it, no one's going to
Okay,
complain about it. It's whatever you guys want to do.
okay,
We just want to do it right.
yeah.
And that's a good idea. We should maybe donate some money, put something in the woods in his name,
Well,
like a plaque by the woods.
I'd like to get him a bench.
Yeah.
Because, when I started that little park, down there, over there, the little park, he got all the benches, he made all that stuff, And
And you think of something, let us know, because I'd be glad to help out.
I'll be glad to help
My
out.
dad would.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay, what do you think about that, Bill?
Good.
A bench, outside bench, his kids could.
It should be in the woods, I think, 'cause that's where,
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
something, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. And Joe and I will be at the fire board tomorrow evening. And
So that's all, just creative, I want to say earlier.
okay.
Report from fiscal officer.
Did you get it, Nick? Are you okay?
Approval of the mayor's report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, report from fiscal officer. Mr. Cerny.
Circulated my report, the UAN software for the year 2013 has begun being shut down. There's a process that we have to go through. It's like about 150 pages long. So we're just getting it started now. Probably about 2 weeks, then we'll be out here to where we
Nick,
should.
why do you have to do that?
That's when we, in Auditor of State's office. We have to shut down the year and then we have to restart a new year.
Oh, boy.
So, I just like you to see, Joe, what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And he's actually working.
It's like a phone book.
I think as president of council, you ought to come up.
If you look on the second page, since I don't have a list of things here, the bills to be approved by you tonight, in about a week and a half, they will be ready to go out. The second sheet is the list of the bills. So if you can just give me a verbal okay, that it's okay, and once the year is up, here to go ahead and do these bills.
Are these encumbered, you mean?
Yes,
in
these are encumbered
2013?
already in 13, so they're ready to be paid as soon as the software is up.
And it won't go against 2014's appropriations?
No, it will not.
Okay, good.
Then you have before you also an appropriation ordinance where we have to amend the general fund transfer out line item in the amount of $2.48 so I can transfer that money to the law enforcement trust fund. Finally, we did receive the medical mutual invoice. We received that basically after the first of the year, so I wasn't able to get it out last year. Page 3 of my report shows a comparison of what the hospitalization was by employee for 13 and what it will be for 14. So in the very bottom far right corner, you'll see that our hospitalization will be going up $7,918 a year. That's if everything holds the same the way that the invoice is now.
Nick, it's going up that much? That's a delta that we're going up. $8,000 just bucks.
$8,000 a year, Joe. And if
Wow.
you look at the employees, you can see what they were for 13 and what they are for 14.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's...
Oh, yeah, you got monthly, good job.
It's $659 a month, and that equals out to $7,900 a year.
And that includes the changes that we were anticipating, Joe. The second set of changes, remember the first was just the increase in premium to re-sign for a year. Then the second set, we knew was coming, was going to be 2.4%. They call that market share on the total premium, and then also the fees that we're required to pay, federal fees now. The only difference is that for us, because we are not self-insured, Medical Mutual collects and they pay it, whereas otherwise we would get billed, but we have to pay it ourselves. So they'll do the paying for us.
Okay, thank you.
And the last thing that is not on there, I'm sure you've all noticed that I'm doing things like this now, purchase orders, so that if you see any of this here when you're leaving, make sure that I have them, because we've been using a lot of them,
So they're going to be now in blue.
they'll now be in blue.
Good idea. Because sometimes I get them mixed up and they forget to
And the report.
motion to accept.
Okay.
All in favor? Any opposed? All right, court from zoning administrator's absence. He did call me yesterday, said that he went to court Monday, and remember the guy that parked his car in the street at Marion Drive? He was dealing with him, he pled guilty, so that's taken care of. And this coming Monday is for the Eiselstein thing. So he's wanting to know, we'll keep us posted.
If we all went to that, would that be a violation?
I didn't talk about
He
business.
carries signs that I'm like, we're going it.
Okay, report from our illustrious solicitors. Nice enough to come to that.
Other than the Barkheiser issue and the issue with the tree removal, that's all I have right now.
Okay.
No report.
Motion to accept.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Russ is up. Report from Chief of Police and Street Commissioner.
Both departments submitted in writing. Street department's trying to catch up. We're getting there. We're trying.
See, every time we have a streets meeting, what we do is go over Russ's report, because we're not doing anything, we have no money. You know? So I don't write a report, I just refer to Russ's report. And so if we're audited, I think that would that be okay? It should be, right? I asked Russ about that, because that's what we do.
Yeah, the one was
The
the
list is, yeah,
summarized in there.
yeah.
Let's see, make a motion to accept the police and streets.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Report from engineer.
I've got nothing, I haven't talked to Gary for like a couple of weeks. We got a couple of streetlights out, I called Edison about that. How did they handle, did they work today? And yesterday, our street?
Our guy, I came down yesterday,
Same
the
was
guys were
yesterday.
cleaning yesterday. They were doing it.
Okay, inside, because it was terrible.
This was.
Yeah. Okay, I have nothing else.
Reports from outstanding committees of council, finance, wage, audit, and insurance.
Just again, I'd like to have all of the requests in by the last meeting of February, so that we can get busy on that in March and pass it by the second meeting of March, which we're mandated to do that, so we don't lose any local government funds, even though we're taking them off all the time.
Legislation and policy? Nothing. Police and fire?
Nothing.
Street, sidewalks, and drainage?
Nothing.
Blooper? Nothing.
Can I back up on C, please? Ross would like to be invited to the budget, or the budgeting, the finance wage.
We have always invited
Okay.
him when we get to
Okay.
discussion of police and
Yeah,
streets.
his wish is to increase manpower hours. That's what's
Is
a big wish.
Say that again.
Manpower hours.
Oh.
With
Full time.
full, we don't know, just find it somewhere.
I think he wants to get away from the one person on duty.
You need two at least.
He wants two on duty.
And it is, I'm not so sure that that's finance that should be making that choice. Police really should be looking at that. You should be making probably your recommendation of whether that needs to be done or not.
Okay.
We can calculate it into the budget if you're asking for another full-time person, if we can do it or not.
Yeah, we had talked about it all last year together.
Well, the recommendations are supposed to be in by the end of February. Or maybe he could have a little presentation for us in February police meeting.
Okay.
And then we'll make a recommendation.
Okay.
All right, reports and boards, planning commission. Sheriff's report there.
You can do something.
I was, and actually, and I'm not sure if it's good or if it's planning, so it might be good either way. Dave Smith called me in regards to, he had read where I asked Senator Schiavone about the possible money for the markers, if we could do something like that, and I don't know if you recall this conversation or not. He said it would not apply for the funds for the arts that he was talking about, but that if I would get something to him, that there might be some other resources that we could use for that. So they volunteered to help with putting something together, and I told him I would very much appreciate that because I don't have a historic background for the town to know all of those things. And he is sending me information, and I'm going to put something together and send it to Senator Schiavone and see where he leads us with it. And nothing cost. May as well try. If we can get some money that would help our program. There's a list of different markers that they would like to do. I say, why not? Do it.
Yeah, and that's really kind of associated with the Heim Fund, too. So, I mean, they're talking about the Village Green, right?
Is that where they want
That's
the
where he
next
wants-
one?
that's
The
where-
one for this year he wants to do?
That's what he wants.
Okay, and then there's a whole list I know that he said of other various sites around town that he would
First
like
one they're
to...
working on is the Village Green
Okay,
and the Presbyterian Church. It's all kind of combined.
okay.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, because if the Heim Fund, in conjunction with the church, are they okay with where it's going to be placed? And, well, he belongs to that church, so that's a good
He
thing.
belongs to the church, and he may be on the Heim Fund.
Okay, so this can all work together.
Right.
Sounds good.
All right, planning commission report.
Yeah, we met and had a public hearing. Prior to the public hearing, we approved a replat at 2 Ravine Place,
Yes.
and that was approved. Then we had a public hearing regarding the zone change from R1 to R2, corner of Riverside and 224. And several people came and spoke their opinions, and to be blunt, I believe there was only one person that spoke in favor of the project, and all the other people that spoke were very much against it. And the Planning Commission then denied the request. So we will not be coming to council. That's it.
Motion to accept the report?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Board of Zoning Appeals.
We had nothing cooking.
Okay. ARB. Anything happened last time, Linda? Think of?
It was just Dave and I here, and we talked about Christmas, because nobody else showed up.
How is attendance though? Is it usually pretty good?
I've been to some where there's quite a few people, and some where there's very few people. I don't think it's great attendance, not the one I've seen. I haven't been here long enough in that capacity.
Can you change
to
it?
judge,
Fix that
but-
time this year?
I was on there for a few years, and the attendance was always sporadic like that.
Yeah, I'll address that. Forest Board, anything going on there? Pine Memorial. And Western Reserve Fire District.
Until tomorrow night?
Reports from special committees. Communication from residents. Any new business? Any old business? All right, motions, ordinances, and resolutions.
I'd like to make a motion to waive the 3 readings to pass by emergency and ordinance to amend appropriations.
Second. This is an emergency, right?
Yes.
Roll call.
Bill Donovan,
Yes?
John Mazur,
Yes.
Linda Sarno,
Yes.
Chris Yash, yes.
I'd like to make a motion to move this ordinance, amending ordinance number 1429-13, permanent appropriations, retroactive to December the 17th, 2013, and to declare an emergency.
Bill Donovan?
Second.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, John Mazur,
Yes.
Linda Sarno,
Yes.
Chris Yash, yes. 4-0.
All right, other motions, ordinances, resolutions.
And a motion for the bills.
Okay. Motion to pay the bills presented on fiscal officer's report for 2000, you want me to say for 2013?
No.
Okay, so you paid in 2014.
It'll be written in 14.
Okay.
And
So I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right.
Motion to grant Paula McFarland an extension of vacation of 24 hours.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Any other motions, ordinances, resolutions?
Chris, you want to do the two officers we just sworn?
Do we have to? I mean, we just sworn in. So they're,
Oh, I thought we had to make a motion to hire them.
Yeah, we do need a motion to hire.
we do?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think that.
I've
But once they
got
were
it.
sworn,
It's on,
yeah, I thought once they were sworn in, then they're, okay.
Ryan Miller and Anthony.
Yeah, I'll make that motion to hire Ryan Miller and Anthony Potapapa as part-time police officers.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
And I'll make a motion to approve the appointments that the mayor made during his report. Remind me
Russ Beatty Sr. and Leslie Dixie, ARB, 2-year terms.
Okay.
And honorary appointment?
Yes, Bob Zedek, our appointment to the fire district. We got to get behind and force, but we'll get
We don't
that.
have this yet.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, anything else? Any motions, ordinances, resolutions? Second and third readings. Presentation of the bills.
Make a motion that the bills be paid.
Second?
All in favor? Any opposed? Any questions from the news media?
Did you appoint me again?
Motion to appoint
You have to do that?
Yeah. We do, Joe.
Joe Major as president of council.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Unanimously, 4-0.
Okay.
All right, remarks by council, Mrs. Cernick.
Just looking forward to 2014 and working with everybody and hope it's a good year.
Chris?
Yes, everybody welcome for 2014.
Mr. Major?
Same. I hope everybody has a healthy.
Mr. Donovan?
Same here, just a quick thing about Bob Zedek. Told Icon, we miss him, he did a lot for the village. We miss him.
Absolutely, that's sad. We definitely have to do something to honor him for all the years of service he had for us. All right, it's 7:59, 9 o'clock.
Motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second?
Yes, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? 7:59, meeting adjourned.
Got designated in design. We were having some discussion about them being on planning and vice versa. But if everybody understands that,
Yeah. But I think it was Mr. Axelson that we thought would be better served in design review
Okay.
and historical preservation. I think this is really-
And I can speak on behalf of Chuck. I did see Eric today, and he definitely was all for that. He want, so he was all excited about that. Yeah.
is there a reason for the
But
question?
Chuck,
We'd have that
thank you
discussion.
for coming to also.